Hey guys, it's Aaron. Welcome back to the life or the house. I get my channels mixed up. Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I'm super excited to be back with you guys on this Tuesday afternoon. Y'all, I don't know what the hell is going on with the daylight savings, but it don't feel like 4:40 in the afternoon. It feels like 7 o'clock. Like, I'm confused. Anyways, we are back. Okay, we are back in action because I definitely want to talk about Andy Cohen responding to Nene Leaks on the Real. Remember, she was on the Real and she said that she wanted to return to the Housewives. Yeah, the boss is answering. Okay, the boss is responding to those claims. So I want to go ahead and talk about that. I also want to get you guys' opinion on Wendy Williams. She has Michael Rappaport standing in. She has Sherry Shepherd standing in. Whitney Cummings, all of these other people. And she recently came out with a statement. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. But I just saw a report that said that Wendy Williams may not be back until 2022. Next year, unacceptable. Anyways, we got to talk about it. And then last but not least, I did want to get into some things when it comes to Salt Lake City. Okay, because last Sunday's episode was Ciao Bella. Okay. So I don't even know what that means. But if you saw the episode, then you know what the hell I'm trying to do. Okay, so Andy on Nene, Wendy Williams, and Salt Lake City. If you are in the chat, please let me know. If you can hear me, let me know as well. On your way in, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, click that bell button so you can be notified when we go live and or post a video. I think this is going to be one of the very last times I use StreamYard. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to start experimenting with another software because I just want better quality. I want better quality. My camera is a high quality camera, but it doesn't come through on StreamYard. So I have to figure something out. We got Quasia in the chat. We have Blessed Louise. What's going on? Megan, Jada, Megan Williams, Kim Bird. Thank you so much, Quasia, for the super chat. We have Tierra Williams in the chat. Edith. She says, hey, Aaron, looking well on this Wednesday afternoon. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Y'all must have me panicking like, oh my God, it's Wednesday already? What's going on? Hey, everybody. We got Lucy, Shireen, Michael. Michael said, I loved Sherry Shepherd on the Wendy Williams show. Funniest ever. Yeah, I did not watch Sherry Shepherd on Wendy Williams. However, I saw her when she co-hosted The View maybe like a month ago, and she did so good. And so I don't doubt that Sherry Shepherd did an absolute amazing job. Let's see. Okay, Rob J in the city said he can hear me loud and clear. Nice to have you in the chat. We've been missing you for the last 2 lives. What's going on? All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first piece of information comes from Reality Blurb, and I'm going to go ahead and link it in the chat. It will also be in the description box. Oh, before I forget you guys, we got to go ahead and talk about our sponsor for today's video, celestisnest.net. Their soaps, their body butters, their shaving creams, everything that they got on the website. Ciao Bella. Okay. Y'all, this is my favorite stuff. This is the Celestia's Nest Holistic Wellness Body Butter. Okay, this one right here is the pumpkin spice body butter, and it is heavenly. Okay, not Dr. Heavenly, but just heavenly. It smells like pumpkins. Okay, it smells like a pumpkin patch, perfect for the fall. I love that one. And then, of course, y'all already know we got the Fireside Nights, which is probably one of my favorite body butters of all time that Celestia's Nest has ever done. Okay, so I think I'm going to put on Fireside Nights. Okay, put a little bit on my hands because y'all, I love this stuff so much. Okay, I just had to shout them out before we talk about Nene and Andy and them. Okay, look how moisturized my hands are, y'all. And look, you see that? You see the manicure? You see the manicure though? Ooh, period. All right, if y'all want to go ahead and shop celestisnest.net, click the links down below and use my code HOA for what I believe is 20% off. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This information comes from Reality Blurb, excuse me. And the title to this article says Andy Cohen addresses Nene Leaks wanting to return to RHOA and Dorit Kemsley's home invasion. And so y'all already know that I did not care about Dorit Kemsley and her home invasion. Okay, I didn't care nothing about that. Like, I feel sorry for the woman. I saw the security footage and things of that nature. But I'm sure she has insurance. So, girl, get your money. With that being said, I wanted to see what the hell was going on when it came to this situation with Nene and him. Because remember, Lenithia was on The Real and she told Lonnie Love that she would return to the show under one condition. And that one condition was if she could have a one-on-one conversation with Andy Cohen, which I believe, you guys, an update, they are in communication. Andy Cohen did reach out to Lenithia when Greg, her husband, passed. Rest in peace to Greg Leaks. And now I believe the line of communication has opened up for them, right? And Andy Cohen is slick, sort of, kind of responding to her wanting to be back on. So let me see if I can pull this article up. Share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so y'all can see this is from Reality Blurb, right? Shout out to all 274 of you guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, okay? It says, Andy Cohen, executive producer of the Real Housewives, shared his thoughts on some important issues. Let's see, that's regarding the Real Housewives franchise. It says he's been the host of every installment of the series, and it's no secret how invested he is in the network's success. It says one of his former colleagues in the franchise, Nene Leaks, recently opened up about possibly returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Last year, Nene accused Andy of racism. Okay, remember, she went on to Twitter and basically said that Wendy Williams needs to drain her cankles and Andy Cohen is a big old racist, right? It says last year, Nene accused Andy of racism and asked viewers to boycott the network, right? She went on to Instagram Live with Ben Crump, who I believe represented the families of Trayvon Martin and a lot of other Black people who have been murdered by the police. It says lately, however, she says she would return to the show if certain conditions were met. She would need to have a constructive one-on-one conversation with Andy in order to continue, whatever. Well, Andy, who has had conflicts with several castmates in the past, spoke about Nene's possible return on Andy Cohen Live, his new show on Sirius XM. He said that the situation was complicated. Okay, it's a very complicated situation, and he shared that he is now in contact with Nene again since her husband has passed away, right? Now, Andy never stated that he was okay with her return, but he did send out a cryptic message by saying, what I don't want to do is get into a public thing with her. I think she would probably prefer that I keep her name out of my mouth, and that's what I'm going to honor. Okay, so Nene can talk about Andy on The Real, but Andy shouldn't be talking about Oh, okay. That's an interesting way to honor her. All right. They went on to say, perhaps this means Nene's name will not be mentioned by Andy as the network discusses casting decisions, right? But some fans feel hopeful that he is at least in communication with Lenithia, which may lead to something in the future. So how do y'all feel about that situation? How do we feel about that situation? Andy Cohen basically said, I'm trying to build this relationship back again. That's what I heard. Okay, maybe not, but it seems like he wants to get into a space where him and Lenithia are good again. Therefore, yes, I've been hearing that she wants to return to the show. And because I don't want to piss the lady off or fumble the bag in any sort of way, just in case we want her back, I'm just not gonna speak on the lady no more. Right? That's how I interpreted the situation. What y'all think about it? Y'all, this stuff smells so good. Oh my God. This smells so good, and my hands are so shiny. Okay, so let's read some comments. We have Proud Autism Mom in the chat. Hey, boo. We got Mike, Nori. What's going on? Okay. Oh, Dion, you are so sweet. She says, love you so much. Thank you for your realness. I feel like I am missing some super chats. Let me do some super chats real quick. Let's see. Shout out to Mora Sakino for the super chat. Thank you so much. They said, hey, Aaron. Hey, boo. Okay, I think we got one more. Okay, before we really get into the discussion, I can't find it. All right, cool. So let's see. Love you too, boo. All right, child. Let's see. How y'all feel about the situation? We got Boss Keon in the house. Hit the like button, y'all, as you come in. Shout out to all 400 of y'all. Let's see. Shireen says Andy stays securing a new show for himself. Yes, I think his old show, Radio Andy, just has a new name, right? And I think it's called, what is that show called? Andy Cohen Live? Yeah, Andy Cohen Live. I think that's all that it is. I don't think it's really a new show. It just seems like a name change, but I don't really know. Calvin says, hey, Aaron, looking sexy as always. Thank you. I always enjoy your show. May not comment a lot, but I always enjoy yourself. Specifically when you talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that is my show. Thank you so much, Calvin. Let's see. BB said, Nene trying to keep the coins going. Now that her husband is gone, she needs a steady income. Yeah, I did receive a lot of comments on my last video. I believe that I posted yesterday that, you know, the reason why Lenithia may want to work with Andy Cohen again, who she called a racist, is because she needs a steady income. She needs a check, which I guess makes sense because in the grand scheme of things, if we really want to be honest about the situation, we all work for racist white folk. That's just the system that we live in. And so I totally understand that. But in my humble opinion, I don't think Lenithia has to go back to Bravo. She doesn't have to go back to Housewives to get a steady paycheck. I'm sure VH1, Zeus, WeTV would be happy to have her on their roster. So I feel like she could do a whole bunch of stuff. She has a restaurant now. She, I guess, is no longer blackballed in Hollywood. She just showed up, I believe, on the reboot of Dynasty or Dallas, one of those. So I feel like she doesn't have to go back to Bravo if you don't want to, if this man is truly a racist. This really just lets me know that Lenithia was just talking shit. Okay, in my humble opinion, it lets me know. Now, I'm not saying that Andy Cohen isn't biased. I'm not saying that he definitely doesn't have racial blind spots, but I don't believe the man is a racist. And I feel like Lenithia stirred up this whole racism thing because she knew that she was being phased out and she was panicking and she was emotional about the situation. Right? Please keep the comments respectful. Okay, why did I just read? I hope Nene jump. No, please stop. Please stop. Miss D said Nene is going broke. She wants to return and call the shots too. Don't do it, Bravo. She hasn't changed, never will. And y'all is being real hard on Lenithia today, ain't you? Megan said, he nicely said, no, it's going to be probably a couple more seasons. So you think Andy Cohen has no real intentions on having her back no time soon? Okay, somebody said I heard shade. Ooh, was that shade, Phaedra? Okay. I am speaking 66 said, of course they'd accept Lenithia back. Of course they will. Now, Love B. Scott told us a couple of weeks ago that they wanted Lenithia to return for 2 episodes this season to, do some scenes with Marlo so that we can catch up with her and how she's doing after Greg's passing. Now, I want to know from y'all in the chat, do you think Lenithia should sign a contract for just 2 episodes for season 14? Personally, for me, no. That's an insult. Unless y'all paying me $1 million or something astronomical for 2 episodes, it's going to be a no. I don't want no regular day rate, no day pay. I don't need to be on an hourly rate like Tanya and Shamia and them. Okay, Marlo just got out of that situation. You telling me that Marlo has been upgraded to a peach and I've been demoted to a friend? No. If I was Nene, I would not take that. Even though I would love to see her, but I just feel like that's a slap in the face, honey. Okay. Now we can rag on Nene and we can say that sometimes what she be saying don't make no sense, but we cannot deny that this is the house that she built, right? And she made RHOA what it is today. Sierra Content said, "You look so good. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey." Peru said, "That sounds like a hell nah." Okay, how Sheree said, hell to the nah, honey. Let's see. Quaja said, "I think she should go back. This smells so good and my hands are so..." Yes, Quaja, you got the body butter. Okay, Quaja, which one you got? The pumpkin, the fireside nights, the lemon grass. Which one you got? Y'all, if you are not picking up your body butters, what is you doing? Okay, they're super inexpensive. You might as well go and get a couple of them shipped out to you. And of course, I have a discount code in my links below. HOA. Go ahead and type it in. Let's see. The Miss Steph Nicole says, "I'm glad that he is keeping us out of it. Just give us some good TV. Let it play out on Bravo and not social media." I like the way you think. I like that. Yes, let's keep a spirit of surprise. Let's be surprised if Lenithia actually shows up on the TV screen, right? We don't have to go back and forth in the public. And I think that, that's what he's trying to avoid, because things can be lost in translation. Right? Nene is over here at the Real, and she's speaking about Andy Cohen. Then Andy Cohen is over here at Radio Andy Live, speaking about Nene. And then Nene's over here speaking on where was she at? V103, right? And then the next day, Andy is over here speaking on Watch What Happens Live, which everybody keeps saying that that's gonna get canceled. So yeah, we don't want it to be a whole back and forth. I give my opinion on you. You give your opinion on me through public means. Like, let's just keep this private. Let's rebuild this friendship. Even though I doubt Andy Cohen is going to want to be friends with a woman again. Like, as a business person, I can't be cool with you after you tried to destroy my reputation and my credibility on social media. But we can be cool enough in order for us to make some money together, maybe, right? I don't know. Let's see. I think Nene, Bless Louise says, has plenty of money, but would like to revisit a happier time in her life. She misses being the star. Was Housewives a happy time in her life, though? Was that a happy time in her life? I don't recall. I feel like the past 3 seasons she was on there, Nene looked miserable. Right? When she was throwing popcorn kernels at the girl. When she was crying in Portia's arms. When she was crying to Cynthia talking about you was supposed to be my best friend, sis. She been crying about Cynthia not being her best friend and instead being Kenya's friend for years at this point. I don't think Nene was really all that happy on the show. She didn't like those ladies. Now I do agree with the last part when you said she misses being the star. Ding, 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 ding. Nene misses being center peach. She misses the stardom. She misses the lights, camera, action. That's exactly what she misses. Housewives wasn't a happy time for her. She wants that check and she wants the fame. Anyways, all right, so we could talk about this for forever. Shout out to Chanel D. Queen in the chat. What's up, girl? Okay. But yeah, we could talk about this forever, but continue to let me know how y'all feel. As you guys come in the chat, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click the bell button so you can be notified when we go live. And of course, we got the butters. Okay, we got the butters down below. All right, so let's go ahead and talk Wendy Williams very quickly because I want to get into this conversation about Salt Lake City. Okay, I don't want to stay on here for too long. I know y'all got other YouTubers to watch, and you know the day is winding down. It's dinner time at this point. So I want to put up this message from Wendy Williams because we don't know who's writing these messages on her Instagram page, child. We don't know who that is. Let's see. I think we got something in the chat. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. All right. So I am Michael Lavelle said, Jen is going to jail, honey. Okay. Michael, do you want to get on and talk about it? Okay, because I want to dissect a little bit this week's episode. But okay, so Wendy Williams, this was posted on her page maybe like a day ago. It said, how you doing? I miss you all. As everyone knows, my health has been a hot topic. I'm making progress, but it's just one of those things that's taking a lot longer than expected. I am a woman of a certain age, and I know enough to listen to my doctors and will return to my purple chair as soon as we all agree I'm ready. I want to thank all of my staff and our guest hosts for stepping up and stepping in while I can't be there. I also want to thank Detmar Mercury for and our stations for being so understanding and supportive while I work my way back. Most of all, I want to thank my fans. I have heard your prayers and comments. I wonder if she's heard the rumors about the alcoholic-induced comas and the depression and the anyways. Like she's saying I heard the prayers and comments, but I wonder if she like reading what they saying on the Sun and the Daily Mail and them, right? Anyways, she says she hears the prayers, right? She sees them, she sees the comments, and she feels all the love and the shade. You are everything to me. I love spending my mornings with you. And I'm doing everything I can to get back to work, but right now Wendy has to focus on Wendy. Love you for watching. All right. So basically, I done heard that this was a preface. Okay, she's trying to help us foreshadow this situation, right? When she says that, you know, my recovery is taking longer than ever. Now, what was put out there officially was that she was suffering from the Graves and the thyroid and the things of that nature, right? And what they saying in the blogs is that she's suffering from the drugs and the alcohol and the loneliness and the man being engaged to another woman, allegedly. So I done heard through the grapevine that Wendy Williams is not returning to her show until 2022. Y'all, I ain't got no watch on, but that's a long ass time from now. That's at least a month and some change. 2 more months, basically. 2022 will be here in a month and 3 weeks, given if Wendy returns in January. Because she could return, if it's really 2022, like what I've been hearing, it could be anywhere from January to December. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? In the meantime, we have Sherry Shepherd, we have Whitney Cummings, we have Michael Yo, we have Michelle Visage, we have Leah Remini. I've been hearing some really good things about what's her name? Sherry Shepherd. A lot of people have been saying that she's done a really, really, really good job on Wendy Williams. Michael Rappaport, I believe, was on there yesterday or today. I'm not sure. And I don't know how he's doing because honestly, I haven't been watching the Wendy Williams show. Okay, I don't want to see, unless it's an interview that I really want to see, like the Wendy Osefo interview where she pretended to be a Nicki Minaj fan and fucked up the lyrics. Okay, unless it's a situation like that, I'm not really watching it. Okay, I'm not tuning into the Wendy Williams show for nobody except for Wendy Williams. So, have y'all been enjoying it? Like, if the rumors are true that she's returning in 2022, is the show going to be able to survive that? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. So, let's see. I'm going to read some of y'all's comments. Let's see. Bless said her husband was battling cancer during that time. It was definitely happy in the earlier seasons. Okay, you're talking about Nene. All right. Let's see. Lisa said praying for Wendy. Absolutely. Bila said, Aaron, what you have for dinner? I have not had dinner yet. I've only had a snack today. I haven't even had lunch or breakfast or nothing like that. I fried some fries a couple of hours ago, and that's all I've ate. For dinner, I don't know. It's got to be something healthy. So help me think of something to make or to buy. Lucy's story in the chat talking about you are the only one I watch. Y'all are too sweet. Okay. Ebony said, I'm late. What Andy said. Andy basically said that he doesn't want to talk about Lenithia in public, right? He just got back into communication with her and doesn't want to fuck it up. So they are dealing with their stuff in private, which is kind of I see a little bit of a double standard how Nene can go on TV and talk about Andy, but Andy doesn't feel like talking about Nene in public would be honoring her. I don't really get that, but whatever, right? Let's see. Who Scara in the chat said, I personally don't think Wendy would say all of that. Sis is unapologetically her, praying for Wendy. Just simply said, yes, I heard the same thing about 2022. Sending prayers to Wendy. Trinity says it was definitely say because Nene has said in the past for Andy to keep her name out of his mouth. What? Well, technically, Nene said everybody needs to keep her name out of her mouth. She said, leave me the F alone, honey. Okay, she sat up in that car and shed a few tears, okay, after shading the girls about a $200 bouquet and said that Claudia, her stalker, and the rest of the women and everybody on social media need to leave her the F alone. Someone says, I enjoyed Sherry on Wendy Williams. I've been hearing a lot about that. JMM says, I want Sherry back. Lisa said Sherry would be the only one that can fill Wendy's seat. So I really gotta go to YouTube and catch up on Wendy Williams and watch all of Sherry's episodes because everybody is just raving about Sherry Shepherd, which is to be expected because she is a great talk show host. She is really good at what she does. We have Obola. Abiola says Sherry is so good, even better than Wendy. Ooh. Was that a compliment to Sherry or shade to Wendy? Was that shade, Phaedra? Oh, Sierra Content said rice and steak. I'll make it for you. Oh, y'all, I've never made a steak before. I don't really eat steak. I'm not a steak type of person. So, yeah, I love rice, but steak, I like shrimp and chicken. And if I eat beef, it's probably going to be like ground beef and like spaghetti or a burger, or something like that. But I'm not a steak. I don't eat steak. I'm not opposed to eating it, but it's just not, I just don't. So maybe we can add some shrimp in there, make it a turf and surf with some rice, some butter, some garlic. Okay. Get some red wine going. Prosperity said I should have jerk chicken, rice, greens. Y'all, okay, so I can't cook, so I need to find a place where they have jerk chicken because I'm not cooking that. Okay. The Samantha Edit said, your home looks like a hotel. You keep it pristine. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to get some stuff on the wall right here. I'm going to get a picture right there, and then I'm going to put some pictures on the wall right here. So hopefully, I just heard a dog in the back. Oh my God. So hopefully the space won't be looking too grayscale, right? Because I know a lot of people in the chat be like, what's going on with your walls? And honestly, I didn't want to hang nothing up when I first moved in here because I didn't think that I was going to stay here for longer than anticipated. But I think I'm going to stay here for another year. So I think it's time to dress up the walls. But thank you, babe. Let's see. Ebony said, thanks for the recap. You're welcome, sis. The ratings on Wendy has been up 33% since she's been gone from the show. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much, Walking Miss Daisy. Okay, not driving Miss Daisy, but Walking Miss Daisy. Thank you, sis. Why is that? Why are the ratings up? I'm actually shook. Okay, because just maybe like a month or two ago, we were talking about how the ratings were down, and they were paying the audience members $75 to sit in them seats, okay, and stand out there in the cold to watch Whitney Damn Cummings and Leah Remini and Michelle Visage. So what are we contributing this ratings boost to? Do you think it's solely because of Sherri Shepherd? Or do you think it's because of the guests, the interviews? Like, what do you think is contributing to that? Rob J in the city says Wendy's ratings did go up slightly. Sherri killed it, but Sherri has a job. What's Sherri's job? Remind me again. He says, don't know how long the show can last with guest hosts. It's not the same. Okay. Okay. Hazel Moore Taylor says, I have a feeling Wendy is not coming back at all. I was loving Sherri Shepherd. She did a great job and the ratings went up. Okay, so I really need to watch Sherri Shepherd because y'all making it seem like she could be Wendy's replacement for real now. Okay. Let's see. Boss Keon in the chat. Okay. If y'all don't know, this is my executive producer. Okay. The unofficial executive producer at House of Aaron. He said no when he went on Wendy after she was let go. If she brings the ratings, if she brings the rating and they don't want her to keep her name out of his mouth and their mouths on the show. Are you talking about Andy Cohen? Okay, Shireen said, I watched the Wendy Williams show on YouTube. Sherri was good. She has lived, has many stories, and is very funny. Okay, so it looks like Sherri Shepherd is that girl, honey. Okay, she is that girl. You got Just Because in the chat talking about, I think people are tired of Wendy and her hurtful commentary. Yikes. Yikes. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Now, before we go ahead and log off, okay, rest. Oh, I almost said something so terrible. Jesus. Sending out prayers and love to Wendy Williams, okay? Sending out prayers and love to Wendy. We want her to get well. We want her to do better. We want her back in the purple chair, even though Sherri Shepherd is still in your job. I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy Williams calls up to Detmar Mercury right now and be like, don't ever have Sherri sit in my purple chair again. Okay, because y'all know Wendy Williams can get a little jealous. And y'all know that she tried to get, or she did get Nene's potential talk show canceled. Okay, so Sherri don't do too good now. Okay, you don't want to be shunned by Detmar Mercury and them. All right. But anyways, okay, so before we log off, I definitely want to get into some things when it comes to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay, I got 10 minutes max. Did y'all see last Sunday's episode? It was a whole mess and a half, and I absolutely loved it. Now, for me personally, it is very hard to keep up with Salt Lake City because I find majority of the cast to be boring. I find majority of the storylines to be very stale. However, we had a 2-hour episode, I believe, this past Sunday, or an hour and a half. And it was really good because we got this thing between Mary Cosby and Whitney. I don't know Whitney's last name, but Whitney, the white girl, right? The blondie. And it was very spicy. And then we got this whole thing with Jen fleeing the scene right before the feds found her ass, right? So, did y'all watch? Did y'all watch? Did y'all watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Was I the only one that was kind of gagging at the situation? Okay. Rob J in the city said, Mary and the little girl. Exactly. Okay. The way Mary was looking at that woman talking about some little girl, I was like, oh, the pastor then came out, honey. Okay, Mary, please do not hurt this little white girl feelings. Please do not hurt this white girl feeling. You can tell that Whitney, even though she's one of my least favorites, even though she kind of gets on my nerves, even though she was slightly rude in that moment, Whitney did not deserve the wrath of Marianne Cosby. Okay, because I was kind of scared. I'm like, her congregation think she God. I don't want her to send down her curses. I don't want her to do nothing, no sorcery, no trickery on me, right? Winnie told Meredith that somebody, her cousin, Mary's cousin, Cosby and cousin. Whitney told Meredith that Mary's cousin told her that whatever you do, be careful with Mary Cosby and make sure you do not make her mad. That sounds like if you make Mary mad, then she gonna do some sorcery on your ass. Okay, you think she's speaking in tongues, but she really putting a spell on your mother. You think it's tongues, you think it's Christianity, but it's really not. Okay. You guys, basically the whole situation was Mary was doing this whole event where they was doing some Italian cooking class, right? And Whitney would not pick up the phone. She would not pick up the phone. Marianne Cosby called her 4 times. She did not ever return her call. Well, Whitney says that she returned the call 2 hours later, but apparently Mary was mad and did not answer the phone back. Well, I believe this has happened once before where Mary has been trying to get in contact with Whitney, and Whitney has just been too busy doing carpool and whatnot. And so Mary Cosby tried to sabotage Whitney by basically sending her a different invitation to the Italian cooking class. And wanted her to dress up in these very whorish Halloween costumes. Okay, right? But Whitney wasn't going for it. What's her name? I almost called her Wendy. Whitney ended up wearing like this very chic blazer, this gold necklace. Like it was a really cute outfit. I thought that Whitney was actually one of the best dressed along with Meredith. Meredith looked absolutely fabulous. Heather also looked amazing. The person that I thought was worst dressed was Marianne Cosby because, girl, what was going on with your hair? What was going on with Mary's hair, y'all? Like, what's going on? Let me show y'all a picture of Mary's hair. Hold on. Mary Cosby versus Whitney, child. Whitney Rose, that's the lady name. I was like, what is happening with Mary's hair? Her hair was just, I was like, is there nobody in Salt Lake City, Utah that does black people hair, specifically wigs, lace frontals, tracks? Nobody? Nobody in Utah? I'm confused. How many black hairstylists are in Utah? Please let me know because this is unacceptable. Let me see if I can show y'all this picture. Save image. This is just, I'm shocked at the situation. Y'all, my stomach is kind of hurting. What's going on? Okay, window. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. It won't pop up. I can't show y'all. I can't show y'all the picture. It ain't popping up. I really want to show y'all this woman's hair. Oh, there we go. See, that's why I'm sick of StreamYard at this point. I'm sick of StreamYard. Next time y'all see me, I will be using a new platform because StreamYard be just, it's a mess, honey. Do y'all see this lady hair? Do y'all see this lady hair? I love you, Mary, and I'm really not in the business of talking about how women look, but sis, what is this? Mary, you know better than that. Okay, you know better than that. If you're gonna try to keep up this image like you God, you have to at least look the part and get your hair did. It looked like she literally washed that wig in the sink, dried it out the night before, and plopped that thing right on because couldn't nobody install it and press it out for her. What is going on? And why is she looking like Candace with the wig being 10 inches above her scalp? Sis, unacceptable. I'm gonna just sit this right here because I'm floored at the situation. I'm disappointed in the situation. Anyways, y'all. So, yeah, Mary got upset. Okay, Whitney showed up looking fabulous as always. And her and Mary just was just going back and forth. Okay, a damn tennis match. And all of a sudden, it was little girl this, little girl that. Whitney started crying. She was like, Mary, I have loved you. I've had your back more than any other woman in this room, which is probably the truth. Mary was like, well, if you love me, then show me. Okay, act like it. Little girl. Child. It was a mess. It was a mess, and I was here for it. Now, Mary is going to be on an island of her own. And guess what? It's warranted because she has gone after Lisa Barlow. She had an issue with Jen at the beginning of the season. She had an issue with Meredith this episode, a little small, slight issue where she thought that Meredith was taking Whitney's side. She's had an issue with Whitney Rose. She's had an issue with Jenny. Didn't even invite Jenny to the damn Italian cook-off. Like, sis, she's in shambles. Her hair is going crazy. The tea that we got yesterday was the fact that Mary's congregation, I'm talking too fast. Whitney then told us that Mary's congregation thinks that she's God, right? So she's saying that that is somehow correlated to how Mary acts towards people that get on her bad side. Okay, the cousin told Whitney, don't make her mad now. She has a voodoo doll and she's gonna stab your ass, sis. Be careful now. I would not play with Cosby because she looks scary. Okay, that woman looks scary. The way she looked at that woman when she said little girl, I just flew out the damn. I was dead. Okay, I was dead. I'm like, girl, please don't make Mary get on her dolls. Okay, please let's not do it. Not today. Anyway, so and then by the end of the episode, we got Jen hopping on the bus. The ladies were gonna drive to Vail, and then what had happened? Jen got tipped off by somebody that the feds were after her. She left the scene, and then that was that. Okay, so that was the whole episode. I know I didn't really explain it really, in detail, but you just have to watch the show. Okay. Todd Hammond said she is scary, but Mary is great TV. Mary is amazing TV. Amazing TV, right? Love her. She is a cult leader, but guess what? I absolutely love it. I love her quirkiness. I do feel as though this season, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she's having issues with her grandfather/husband, but it seems like she keeps getting into these tiffs with people, and we really need to get to the root of the problem. So, yeah. That was so scary when she said, little girl. I was like, oh, I thought she was talking to me. What's going on? We can talk about you too. Honey. All right, y'all. So anyways, I've been on here for 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight's live. Please go ahead and like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you have your post notifications on so you guys can be notified when we go live and or post a video. Of course, today we are promoting celestisnest.net body butters. Go ahead and check out the links in the description box down below and use my code HOA if you want to get 20% off. All right. So, yes, thank y'all so much for joining me. Yes, Maya, her grandfather/husband child. Okay. Mary is effing her grandfather, in the words of Jen Shaw, a hot ass mess. Okay, a hot ass mess. Like, girl. And then y'all don't sleep together. Y'all don't sleep together. You're not attracted to him. It don't even look like y'all really get along all that much. And so in Mary's head, y'all, okay, let me just give y'all some psychology. I believe in Mary's head, she know that it's weird as hell that she is with the grandfather. That's why she don't sleep with him. Because if you really thought that it was all that normal and not demented, then you would be putting it down. Now I wonder where what you call it is getting his rocks off at. That's the real question. Since he not living at the house, since he in Florida and whatnot with Drew Sidora husband. This shit is weird. Okay, I love Mary, great TV, but her life is weird. Okay, and I'm gonna need them to bring Cameron fine ass. Okay, y'all know Cameron, the black, tall, bald man that was at what's her name, Lisa Barlow's event. Number one, the man was fine. Okay, like sign me up for him. And number two, I'm gonna need them to bring him back onto the show so he can really spill the tea about what Mary done. Okay, because it's definitely giving me Gwen Shamblin vibes. Please let me know. And after this, I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me know in the chat if y'all know who Gwen Shamblin is. Please tell me that y'all have watched that HBO Max documentary called The Way Down. Please, somebody in the chat tell me. Wait, somebody said Cameron died. What? What? When did Cameron die? This past June. Oh my God, how did he die? Cameron passed away. What is going on? How did he die, you guys? Wow, I'm talking about bring him back, child. We can't bring him back. Never mind. I was gonna make a joke. What is going on? How did he die? Please explain this to me. Okay. Nagina said back in June. What is going on? Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, have y'all seen that documentary called The Way Down on HBO Max? Okay, featuring Gwen Shamblin, who was the leader, the pastor of this church, and it was giving cult vibes. Like she would basically brainwash her congregation into thinking that she was God. Anyways, okay. Busy Blue in the chat said, charge it to Aaron's mind, not his heart. That is funny. They said cancer. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. Well, rest in peace to him. He was a very fine young man. Okay. I will give him that. The man was fine. Okay. If anything else, he looked good. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and log off. I love you guys. Click the links down below and buy up some body butter. All right. Love you. And don't forget to create a great day. Bye.